Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
Yo, it's your boy Blitz.
And I'm your boy Blur.
Yo, welcome to our Game Changers Entertainment Cyberpunk 2077 wrap-up and review. It's finally here, y'all.
That's right. I'm happy to get this out. We can move on to something else, but it's been a great ride. It's been a great journey.
It has been, man, and we learned a lot. It's a lot of things about the game we enjoyed. Everybody know it had little issues and things like that. Me myself playing on the PS4. My boy Blur was playing on the PC. And man, it looked good. He had the specs up to Ultra, man. It looked awesome.
Well, I had to turn down some things to get it up to Ultra. So, but we got it up to Ultra.
It's true, but the game looks good. We can't take that away from it. So what we're going to do, we're going to cover a couple of topics that we wanted to cover in the last video that we didn't. So we're going to talk about some the combat gameplay of it. Right. We're going to talk about a couple of our favorite side quests.
Come on.
And we're also going to talk about the actual final playthrough of the game, which ending we did, and then we'll do a final review to sum it all up in a nice little bow for you guys and give it our score. So if y'all ready, let's go.
Hold on. Can I say one thing?
Yo.
We got some upgrades. We're going to see some footage of what we played. Ha ha ha. I know last one was kind of boring because we didn't know how to do it. Now we know how to do it. So it's upgrade time, baby. That's right.
Well, we knew how to do it the whole time. You know, he just ain't.
Oh, he really? Really?
He ain't feel like it.
Forget you.
His energy was too low. I said, get your energy up, bro. Get your energy up. Anyway, yo, if y'all ready, here we go.
That's right.
All right, so first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the actual combat system that's in the thing, which we didn't talk about in the last video. But yeah, like for me, the combat was pretty good. It was pretty smooth. I found you got to kind of experiment with it to find your play style. My play style, everybody jumped on the Mantis Claws. Everybody, even I jumped on them for a little while.
I love them.
I did for a little while.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
But I'm more of a I don't like to get up on you unless it's absolutely necessary in the gameplay, especially in a world of Cyberpunk, because there's some weird stuff going on in there.
That's right.
So my gameplay, I found out what my niche was my arm cannon, which is the rocket launcher,
right, and
my homing weapons. Now I say homing weapons because I use Skippy, because Skippy upgraded with me, but I also had the Sidewinder homing machine gun, and I also at one point I was using the homing shotgun. But I was firing way too slow for me, so I ended up getting another version of Skippy out of the Saka office that was in their one of the offices that was down right on the outskirts of town and everything like that. I forget what it's called at this point, but I was rocket launcher, homing guns, and sniper rifle. That was my what was your
For me, I fell in love with the Mantis Blades and the sword. I started off with the sword, until I can upgrade to the legendary Mantis Blades, and I just went for all type of broke. You will see some footage of his setup he liked, and you'll see a footage of my setup, and you'll see the carnage that my Mantis Blades. I thought I was like Wolverine. Now, one thing I will say, the combat is not. I'm not gonna say level, but it's not. It's you become a combat god. You become something akin to a cyber god early in the game. So it's not balanced. Combat is not balanced. Okay, it's not. I mean, you could do some ridiculous, if you put the right mods in your clothing, dude, you can hit a headshot that would just kill somebody 1 point. So the combat wasn't balanced. I understand that, but it felt good to be able to one-shot people, and it felt good to be able to take people's heads off like this and just and throw them down on the ground.
And I did that for a while, but eventually I kind of moved over into my upper style gameplay. So let me say this. So I use my hacking abilities to hack into people, and I drop some contagion, drop some overload, and I just completely bombastic these people. You know what I'm saying? I just made that word up, kind of like, but still. So check out some of the gameplay for the rocket launcher, and then we'll check out some of the gameplay for the Mantis Blades coming at you.
Is there any chance that he's, we have to keep moving. We're almost there.
I
hold on.
No! Fuck!
Okay. But my only thing is that I think that some of the trees could have been worked out a little bit better.
The trees? Oh,
The skill trees.
yeah.
Because sometimes I thought, you're trying to get into certain, you had rifles, submachine, light machine guns.
Yeah.
Then you had sniper rifle. I think they should have just had some branches where it was swords. I mean, they did have a good sword.
Under the melee.
Under the melee, but I think a lot of the other ones, to me, was kind of a little jumbled. I think they could have really, and I think they should have took, like we said at the last video, they should have took out crafting. Crafting should not have been something that you had to put skill points into. It should have been its own separate thing, because that ate up skill points that you could
want to use.
That you could
another thing,
right? Because some of the weapons that we wanted to craft, you had to have a high level of crafting just to craft some of them. I was like, ugh.
Well, I didn't come across that because I was crafting once up because I was in a particular board when I was a particular part of the city. I didn't feel like going to another part of the city, hunt down another gun. So I said, let me check out my crafting tree. So basically I went into this mission, got my butt kicked, and failed. And before I went back into it, I checked out my cyberware and I checked out everything and I did my crafting, went back into that mission and I handled it a lot better. Definitely. Now, since you brought it up to you, let's talk about the tree, the combat tree, or or the skill tree, or should I say the skill book. So look, this thing is extensive, and if you go through that tree right and build your character right, man,
you can be a god.
You can do anything. Yeah, I wouldn't say you can be a god because they can still take you out depending on what part of town you're in.
If you play on super hard like you do, yes.
Oh yeah, I do play an extreme, and I don't. I was totally at a level 10 on a part of the board where you had to be level 20 to beat, and I did it. Okay, crafting also helped me with that, but. That skill tree. How do you feel about the skill tree? You think it was too much?
I think they could have separated a little bit better. I think you had to really dive into it and look into it to see what you needed, because everything in there you didn't need, and I think they didn't give you enough points to be able to do significant in a tree. Like if you went with cyber attack where you could break somebody down, it was fun doing that, but it was boring. It was boring sitting there like this, going through all the cameras, hitting people with stuff, and then they're looking for you. It just got boring. So that I think they could have did better with that, where maybe you blinded everybody, and you can get through, blind everybody at one time.
But see, and like that skill tree also can pour some skill stuff into your guns, your melee,
everything.
So it's not just your cyber attacks and things like that. There's also gunplay, how fast you run, how much
jump. I mean, now if you want to upgrade your how much you can carry is in the skill tree under body, under athletics. You have to.
You can also get mods in that in your clothes too.
You can. So. So the guns good. I tried out mostly all the guns. The shotguns sound good. Some of the other weapons are good. I mean, I used the Mantis Blades, my sniper rifle, a handgun, and just a little regular rifle. I didn't really, and then I was just upgrading my stuff. So by the time I got to the end, I had the same things I've had, but I just upgraded them. Yeah. You know, because you get so much material you break down anyway, so you get hundreds of thousands of that.
It got to a point at the end of the game, I had well, it got to a point towards the end of the game, I just pretty much kept the same weapons. Yep. And just kept upgrading them. And if I couldn't upgrade them, I'll just hustle, or I'll just put in work, let's say, until I was able to get my character high enough that I can craft and upgrade my stuff even more. But eventually you kind of fall in love with the weapons, and you do find some variations of those weapons throughout the game. Right. But most of the time, your version is better. Right. Or if they're better than yours, it's like Mild had mods, and their weapons work.
Now, one thing about legendary weapons, I will say they have more slots for more mods. Yeah. If you got the blue weapons, or what do we call it? Not the legendary, but the ones that the epic ones. The purple ones would know, the ones that you could put on your wall. Like, I forgot what they called them. Unique weapons, I think, was it? What was it? Like Skippity, you could put in your wall.
I thought it was epic, or I thought it was legendary.
No, I don't think it. No, I think it's like, it's certain weapons you could put on your wall. I think there was like unique weapons. The unique weapons are good, but they only have like 2 slots for mods. Yeah. So if you really wanted to pimp out your weapon, like pimp out my ride, you would have to get the legendary, or
shout out to my boy.
You either have to get legendary or epic, because you have a lot more skill mods that you could put slots for more skill mods to make that weapon powerful. So if you just kept, like, I love Lindsay's handgun, because it adds a dot of fire on the person that is killing. So, and then it charges up and goes through walls. But you only have 2 slots. But then I found the epic gun, a legendary gun, handgun, that could do the same thing. But I can slot it out with 5 different.
You can add more stuff into it.
So it was even like, do I like to burn, or do I just want like a godly weapon? So you have to make up your mind which one you.
Got no right down here.
Through the game burning people, is what you're saying?
Yeah, they need penicillin. They need ampicillin, or penicillin. They need a really dose.
So what we're saying is, you can find your play style. Whatever play style you have, you can find it in here, man. You jump in that skill tree, and you can go nuts. And I went in there and I put most of my skills into strength, because I wanted to be able to tear off the turrets, which I can do. And then once I got the weapon, I couldn't jump or anything, so I kind of stopped doing it. But it made you strong enough to access a lot of points you couldn't normally access. But he just ripped the door open.
But I think that it was good. I just wish they would have just, for me, went deeper into the skill tree and made it it wasn't fun. The skill tree wasn't fun. It was like, okay, you need this, you need this. Do I need this over this? And some things I think was unnecessary on the skill tree, but that's just my opinion. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, I love the build that I had, but it wasn't like the God build. You could probably go online and find something that was a God build. Yeah. But overall, the weapon play, the shooting, the melee, it wasn't like very, how can I say, it didn't have a lot of finesse to it. You did what you did. You went out there, you handled business. So the tactical of it wasn't, but when you wound up, look, the Mantis Blade, it was satisfying when you killed enough people with it. Yeah. But now we're going to get on to our favorite, some of our quests. And we both have nominated one quest that we're going to show you to be the our favorite quest. Well, we have two. One of the quests I like, but it was kind of, I'm not going to show no game footage of it, is that you literally, if you do, it's called a Sinners, I think it's called. And that quest, you have to, the guy hires you to kill somebody. But if you let the police kill the guy that hired you, you get to go on a tour with a convicted murderer. And at the end of that quest, if you follow it through, he wants you to crucify him to a cross.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was going to show footage of it. I said, nah, but it's really kind of tugs at your arm. You're like, dude, really? So I'm sitting up there like hammering nails. And he's like, oh! I mean, every time I would hammer the nails and they will say a scripture. And then they'll hammer another nail and they will say a scripture. Then you're the one that has to push the button and raise the cross up. And I was like, oh, after I got finished, I was like, wow, maybe I should have said no. So there are quests like that where, if you do, like certain quests won't activate only if you don't do something else.
Yeah. So just by doing one quest, it can propel you into a completely different quest.
Right. Which
can also propel you to another quest. It depends on what you do. So through the hours and hours we put into this game, he did quests that I didn't do. I didn't know what he was talking about. And I did quests. He was like, what? I didn't see that. So it's just amazing how many quests you can do.
Right.
But
what is our favorite? What is our favorite?
So what we chose to be our favorite is a more lighthearted quest. You'll check this one out, and we'll tell you a little more about it. Check this one out.
Hey, you're V, yes?
Oh, fuck.
You didn't answer my question.
There's, something on your face.
The grenade.
Can I ask why? You have a juggling accident or something?
Not cool. You ask personal questions and yet you haven't even introduced yourself. You are V, correct?
Yeah, that's me.
Good. Then let's go.
Where to?
Little China. I have a craving for Kung Pao chicken. Extra spicy.
Bother you?
What?
The grenade. The one on your face.
You get used to it. I just gotta be careful not to pull the pin when I want to pick my nose. Nice out here. This is the place. Wait for me here and keep the engine running.
We came all this way to get takeout.
You could say that.
What the fuck was that? You got grenades up your ass too?
Not bad, right?
It would have been even better if you told me what you were planning from the get-go.
It's true what they say. You're good. Really fucking good. Got a stick up your ass, though. This is where we part ways. Good luck, V. And, relax a bit, okay?
Now, are you gonna tell me about the grenade?
Oh, that. My brother ripped it off during a fight. With pliers.
Ooh, one happy family.
You don't know the half of it. I could have chipped another one, but... I don't know. I think this matches my style more.
Uh-huh.
Besides, it's a real icebreaker with the ladies. Got any powder for my nose?
And, does it work?
Not really.
What about my payment?
What about it? Here, like I said before, the best don't come cheap. Take care, V. And hey, keep your nose to the ground.
One of the things I found myself jumping from quest to quest to quest to quest, and then in between those quests, you get the calls from the police. Like, hey man, we got this runaway, this dude over here, this situation. So I found myself building a lot of hours into doing side quests.
Yes, I did too.
Free roaming, which
too.
I'm not upset about because. And my boy Blur was like, "Hey man, how far are you in the game, man? We gotta do this review." I was like, "Oh snap! I'm only like the first. I'm still in Act 2, you know."
Yeah, we were both like taking our time. And the thing is, one thing I do appreciate they do try to keep you busy.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would have done more with the police quests where you could have got to know some of the cops, where you could have got to know some of the people that you helped. Because it's like you helped the cops. Like one time I was in, the cops were having a firefight and they were losing, and I came in, turned the tide, and it was like. You know, man, I'm tired of it. It's like the generic mode. I'm tired of this stuff. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like the Lethal Weapon, Murtaugh and Rage. Man, I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah,
crap.
that's all they had to say. And I think that's the thing where I wish they would have put more emphasis on the people.
Shout out to Lethal Weapon.
And how the people were in the city because, not to get on a sidebar, but the people were stupid. The normal everyday person in Cyberpunk was stupid.
Yeah, that captures real life.
Yeah, no. They were just stupid.
Yeah, okay. Go to a town that's just like that. No, matter of fact, let's take a trip. I'm gonna take you on a road trip, right? And we just gonna just sit in the car and just watch how many stupid people we encounter.
Yeah, but it was just no realistic. It was like no real like the police for like we just talked about the police. Mm-hmm. No help. No, but I know.
Okay, police, no help. Okay, keep going. Keep going, because we're going to take a road trip, and you would be like, you know what, Cyberpunk is accurate.
I
get what you say, I know.
Just the people were just robots. Yeah. And my thing is with the people, I wish there was more like, I know within the system, you're supposed to be able to pay off police. You're supposed to be able to bribe the police. You're supposed to be able to do, I think all that would have added more, so when the police missions would have came up, it would have been more interesting.
Did you ever get a bounty on you?
Oh, I got like, I killed everybody.
No, a bounty on you when they came after you.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I did that by accident. I jumped off a building, landed on a pedestrian, and I got a bounty. And I didn't even do nothing. Hold on. People were shooting at me. I never took out my gun. Ran by police, and police started chasing me. They didn't stop and shoot them. They were all after me.
It's the agent information, so they
I'm
just
like, dang.
with you.
But I think
so. Give me your synopsis on the game from beginning, like. From that beginning to the end, like what you asked me.
I think the beginning was interesting. I think the illusion of a path was frustrating because I really wanted to see how the branches. When you get into the middle part of the game, I know we're going to talk about the ending and show some ending stuff. Is that when you get to the middle part of the game, it does open up, and I think, but it gets repetitive a little bit because you're doing kind of the same missions. But once you find those gems of missions, do you love those missions? But I think they should have more of those type of missions, more really police missions where the police say, "Hey, we need you to go into here, and we need you to do this." That's not muggings and stuff like that. I wanted to do some police-made missions where you can go in. I mean, there was one where you can go into an area and you can because they didn't pay their rent. Did you get that one? They didn't pay their rent to the city. I think I did, yeah. They didn't pay their rent to the city, and I'm sorry, I don't have the footage of this, but it happened so fast I didn't even get a chance to tape it. But they didn't pay the rent to the city, so the police need them all to leave. So you can kill everybody, and that's kind of rough. Yeah. But that was the only time I really got the sense of I'm doing something for the police. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're working with them. Yeah,
right. So from the beginning to the middle. I loved it, and it kept me propelled to go to the end. The story is really jam packed with a lot of stuff. It does pull out your heartstring. Some of it's cliche, which all games have those cliche moments. Yeah. But as far as keeping me interested and wanting me to go on, yes.
Okay.
Now, did it get boring? I'm not gonna lie to you, it did.
Okay.
And sometimes you be like,
I think that's why the side quest was there, to keep you from getting bored with the main mission.
Because the main mission was really short. If you look at everything, it was short.
Towards the end, the thing that bothered me was V kept getting sick. I mean,
yeah.
I know what was going on with him, and it made sense for it, but it was just like, come on, V, come on, dude, not right now. Let me do this.
So let's get into the ending. All
right, let's get into it. So what we're gonna do, there's multiple endings you can take, which I'm pretty sure you guys saw. No spoiler alerts there, I'm sure.
Right.
So we did the ending where we chose. So once we get into the actual Soul Killer, and we get near with Alt, and we're near with Johnny Silverhand, I chose to live in my body for the 6 months or whatever little bit of time I had, and then that's what the mission takes out, where you get to come out and you get to end up with Pan Am, and y'all leave Arizona. So we also got footage of the final mission with me attacking the construction site and then digging my way to Osaka Towers and everything like that, where Soul Killer was.
So we're about to show that footage right about playing now.
Check out your boy gameplay, boo.
Time to churn up some dust. Avocado convoy. Now that's the sight to behold. And only this desert expanse can rival them star-studded void that hangs over our heads.
Hey, come take my 6.
Everybody reading loud and clear? I've got us on a group channel. Coming to you live from the Badlands. This is your home.
Steady.
All right.
Did you fire up that drone?
The little bird is humming away.
You are trespassing on property protected by Militech Site Secure. Turn back now. I repeat, turn your vehicles around.
Get dicey! Your turn, Bobby. Do you remember the jammer?
Sure do. We're on it. Godspeed.
Pan Am, did you check if all systems are operational?
Checking. Nitro injector clear. Launcher's also green. We're good to go.
Then let the fun begin.
All systems are offline.
Can we fix it? What the hell now?
Shit! Something's busted. All the circuitry is dead. I'll try to work it out. But V, you need to somehow get rid of those drones.
On the drones. You deal with the Panzer.
No! Fire in the cockpit! Got the power surge!
You got it? Can you put it out? Get the fuck out of Dodge.
Christ, people, where are you? I'm out here by the transmitter. What's the hold up?
Pan Am, brace yourselves.
A minute! Fire's under control. Switching to emergency power. A couple of systems will be analog, but you should be mobile.
Saul, they know we're coming. Drones deployed, headed straight forward.
We need more time, Bobby. Can you hold them off?
Do I have a choice? Look after yourself. Oh, Bob, got this.
Systems are lighting up. We're good to go.
Okay, Bobby, the Panzer's moving again. Hang tight, we're coming for you.
Finally. I was starting to miss you all. I got just one son of a bitch left, and he's about to get a...
Bobby!
Jesus Christ, Bobby! Bobby, do you read? We have to go.
I'm sorry, Mitch. We can't afford to stop. Not now.
Shit.
The Panzer, V. It won't hold up much longer. Systems could go down any second. I'd do anything to make it in one piece. Anything. After that, I can improvise.
You can do this, Pan Am. Hang in there.
Wipe the doorpost aside, off the road, make it across the bridge.
No more mistakes. Not a one. We're damned. So much shit missing us already.
We can do this.
Through the gate, V. We're in! V, she's dying like I said she would. Propulsion, weapon systems, launchers, all falling like dominoes.
Is there anything you can do about it?
I'll try. Either I do this, or this rattletrap will really be scrap. You get out. Help our folks.
We'll provide cover. Just hurry, all right? Adam Smasher. I remember you. Promised to kill Silverhand once. Was a good man, the guy you killed today.
He knew he was all in.
Saul didn't want to, but he followed me here. Made the ultimate sacrifice. For a friend, for family. Something you'll never understand. Doubt it.
Alright, so give your synopsis now, man.
Alright, y'all. So now that we played the beginning, now that we covered the weapons, now that we covered the quests and stuff like that, and we did the middle, and now we actually ended the game and chose our life path and all that good stuff. So, so my synopsis of the ending in the game, that it was pretty good. I thought the final assault on the Osaka construction site onto the tires, I thought that was pretty good.
That was dope.
What I like about it is when I was, my thing is the arm rocket, the sniper rifle, and then the homing guns. So when I got into Osaka Towers, you kind of got to deviate and change. Because I got the arm rocket, but you see I got like 6 different kinds of ammo. I got thermal, I got chemical, I got electrical, and I got the sleeper, the tranquilizer rounds, and I got fire rounds. Oh, I always say the fire rounds, but there's an explosive round. So when I get into that building, you got to fight robot guards. Like as soon as you get into there, you see it was a group of robots, and I just put them down with one shot. But see, when you get in it, remember those robots from well, you see the footage, but the robots like from RoboCop, the roving units or whatever. Right. So you had to fight those, and then I hit them with the short circuit, and then I hit them with the anyway. So once I got to that, it was exciting to a point because I had to think. I couldn't just run in there and pull the trigger. I had to think of what I was doing because I didn't know what kind of odds I was going to face. So it kept me on my toes. It kept me entertained. Right. I wasn't expecting to choose whether to let Johnny take my body or whether I was going to take my body back.
I think that's where I got disappointed at. The assault on there was nice. You got to kill a lot of people. You got to decimate. You do see Saul die. You do. I guess they want to put Lost in there.
Saul die. How did Saul die?
Adam Bastard.
No, Adam Smasher.
Adam Bastard, but Adam Smasher steps on his head, so that's why they call him Adam Smasher.
Check out this real quick because he said that.
You can do this.
Interesting.
All right, go ahead.
So, as you see him, his head.
Adam Smasher is the right name for the guy. Now, Adam Bastard.
The problem is that I wish there was a way to save V's life. The character you grew up, you throughout the whole game. This is your character. You put a lot of time making him your own unique way. I think there should have been a way to save him, even if it was take his consciousness, and they would have found another body to put his consciousness in or whatever.
That's what I thought they was going to do.
Because the thing is, if you look at Adam Smasher, he was a total robot. So I don't know how much more human he was on the inside.
Well, I was hoping that they would find Johnny's body on ice in Osaka Towers, and they go, "Hey, Johnny, get out of my head, go back in your body."
Well, actually, no, he couldn't be. The way they did it was Johnny, the nanonites did so much to your body that you would have had to go into Johnny's body, and Johnny would have had to stay in your body.
True.
Any which way, I wish they would have just done it, because you put so much time into again, spoilers, you put so much time into your guy that you was like, only got 6 months to live. Now, when they come out with, because they've already said they're going to have DLCs and stuff like that, maybe there's a way that they will be able to save you. They just left you on that cliffhanger. But I hope there's a way to save you, because you put too much time in that character.
They never showed what they did with Johnny's body.
No.
They hit him with the soul killer when he was in the chair. So his body's probably in that building.
It is. But that means you will have to take over his body. And depending on how much damage they did to his body.
Yo, if anybody knows what his body is,
let us
please
know.
hit us in the comments below, because that's a little mystery I didn't even think about till just now. Maybe we can find his body.
So I think, for me, everything was good until you get up to the end. And it's almost like you did all that. And it's like everything you did was illusion. We got the guy, saved him. He couldn't help us. The doctor of the prototype couldn't help us.
Yeah.
Then we go to the lady. The lady says she can help us, but you have to go do it her way.
Dead ends.
And then you go to Alt. And Alt now tells you, I don't know why she couldn't do it while she was looking at you while you was in there and say, well, you're too far gone. We really can't do nothing. Right. It's like she gets wait to the end to say, well, y'all so intertwined that you're going to die anyway. So that was my thing. It's like, it was really no, spoilers alert, there's no happy ending. There's dope.
Normal again, Johnny. That's what I want to be. Want to live out whatever time I got left. Goodbye, me. And never stop fighting. This dam. Remember it well. Our beginnings.
I did not know what to make of you then.
And now you do?
You'll not get any tearful confessions out of me.
It wouldn't be tearful. I know you.
What I think of you now matters not at all. Tomorrow we will be elsewhere. We'll start everything anew. You and I. Ask me then.
Can't hardly wait. Get ready, Arizona. Here we come.
Look at the city. Somewhere in there, those bastards from Arasaka are wondering how they lost everything. They'll figure it out one day. But we'll be long gone.
They'll never find us. I can promise you that.
I know. Perhaps that's why I need a good long look. One day this view will be a happy memory.
About to turn on your heel, never to see the city again. I think that makes you happy right now.
And you? Ready? Do you feel the road beckoning? It's possibly your last glance at those buildings.
Used to think of it as my city. Bonded together. I owned it, it owned me. Nothing to keep me there now, though.
I feel the same way. What on earth was I thinking?
Thought the city would help us see ourselves for who we were. Both of us.
Yes, but damn it. It's like a damned dealer at a damned kabuki casino. And I went all in and I lost everything.
Almost everything.
Yes, I suppose you're right. We owe that shithole something.
But we're getting out. At last. Placing our bets on something better, somewhere else.
Shit, V. You're bleeding again.
Gonna figure this out, Panam. Vic's drug helps a bit now. And once we get to where we're going, we'll try all your contacts.
They've pulled some of our folks out of deep, deep cesspits. They'll help. You'll see.
Good to hear. It really is. Speaking of which, what about our plan?
Everything is set and confirmed. We'll meet our people soon, gather our gear, and set off. Yes, the road could be hard, but as long as we don't fuck up, we should cross the border in a matter of hours.
Let's get out of here.
Sure. But V, get a good look at the city. One last time. If you need to, I mean. I'll wait in the car.
Well, Night City. Good night and good luck.
There's dope endings. There's a bad ending.
Ending up with Pan Am was a pretty happy ending for me.
Well, I mean, for 6 months, though.
Pan Am is...
Yeah, but that's only 6 months. That's only 6 months, bro.
Pan Am like Duncan Hines. She got them cakes. She got them cakes, dog.
I'm done with you. So, after saying
you got Vivian from...
I do. I ain't gonna lie to you. Vivian from...
You got Vivian. What's that game?
Not Dragon Age. Dragon Age.
Yeah, Dragon. You got Vivian from Dragon Age. I got Pan Am from Cyberpunk.
But they would not let you date Vivian. But anyway, back to this.
Yeah.
What grade would you give it? Because we already did a good, bad, and ugly on the first one.
We did.
What grade would you give it?
So total grade, I'm taking into account the gameplay and everything we talked about. I would say I would probably say a C+. I mean, because there's some open-ended areas where they could have actually, you can tell where the game was 100% complete. And there are gameplay aspects which weren't as good as some other gameplay aspects. And there's no perfect game. I get that. I would say C+. I think it's C+, B- is my range for it.
Me too. And the reason why I say that is about the same reason when you say it, but there's a lot of quests that I think had more to it. You could just tell that it had more extra steps to it. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, I do not like games as a live service. If you're going to drop a game, drop a complete game. Yeah. I see the heart that they put into it. I see everything, the love they poured into it, but we also see the mistakes that were made. And I don't think a game like this should be 3 or 6 months to a point where it's where they needed to be. It should have came out where they needed to be at the moment of launch, and then fix the issues. And it shouldn't have been bad on PlayStation 4. It shouldn't have been bad on Xbox X. Yeah. It shouldn't have been bad on those things. It should have been just what it is. And I think, for me, I'm not looking at paying $60. Now, do I think I got $60-something worth? Yes. But I paid $60-something. But on the backhand of that, just rethinking everything, I still have to wait for them to fix and to add a lot of stuff that they were supposed to add. Now, if they would have never told me about nothing and I'm just walking into this game, I wouldn't know no better. But me sitting up waiting for it, and then I really didn't get into the hype, but then playing through the game, you see where they made their missteps, where the quest should have been longer, where it was cut off. Mm-hmm. and you were like, dang, there was more to it. You could just tell it felt unfinished. So for me, I think a C+, B- is where I would leave it because it's not a bad game. It's very entertaining. I had fun with it, and that's the thing. The fun factor, yes. Was there bugs? You saw the floating motorcycle. You saw the motorcycle underwater.
It was a lot more bugs than that.
It was a lot more bugs than that. I just couldn't catch them because some of them you just had to be playing, and at that moment you'll see a car fly out the sky, and if you wasn't recording at the time, you didn't see it. So my thing is I give it a C+, B-, and I think the grade will go up as we revisit because we're going to do, as they drop DLCs, we're going to talk about it and do more videos on it because I don't think they're going to have this game truly done until mid-part of this year.
So I would say final grade would be C+.
Right, C+.
C+. They have to earn that B-.
Yeah.
So would you replay the game?
I will replay the game once they drop the DLCs. I mean, I'm going to finish all the quests. But once they drop the DLC and fix some of the quests and add some things, I'm going to go back with a fresh pair of eyes. I'm going to play it from the beginning of the game again.
Yeah. So once you finish the game, what it does, it gives you an option to go back to the point of no return right before you go up to talk to the sister that was trying to take over the company. And then from there, you can go back and do all your side quests and stuff like that. Whatever you had, it says they give you a gift. Your gift can vary depending on which ending you pick and what choices you made, and then you can go back into the game and do all the side missions and replay other stuff. I think I may go do a couple of side things that we talked about because you mentioned a couple of side quests I'm interested in, but I think ultimately I'm gonna wait for the patches or the DLCs or something like that before I play it again because it still feels incomplete.
It does. I mean, I do think I got my money's worth. I'm put out there. I got my money's worth. Nice story. The weapons were good. The gameplay was good. It wasn't balanced like it should have been, but it was still good. It was fun, but you can see the incompleteness of the game. You can see the rushing. You can see a lot of things that were not right about it. We chose to overlook it because I played games with the same bugs. Not as bad as this, but same bugs. So this is what our last part of our discussion, review, however you want to call it, of Cyberpunk.
Yeah, review wrap up.
Review wrap up of Cyberpunk 2077. We thank you for the ride. We thank you for coming on this journey with us.
Thank you. And what I do want to say is, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this and watching us on our journey for Cyberpunk 2077. There are many more games to come, but I want you to like, subscribe, and share this video. Share it with your mama, share it with somebody. But will you help us to get to 50 subscribers? That'll be a first benchmark that we're trying to make. And after that, there's going to be many more benchmarks we're going to do. If you come on this journey with us, there's many more things we plan on doing with the channel, but we can't do it without you.
That's right. Please subscribe and hit the bell so you can get all the notifications. Give us a thumbs up. And like you said, tell your grandmother. Your grandmother might be into video games. You never know. Everybody home right now.
You'd be surprised.
Put a controller in her hand, and she'll be like, oh, baby, I love this game.
Might make her teeth come out of mouth. That's what I'm trying to do.
Well, look, this is your boy, Blur.
Yo, this is your boy, Blitz.
And thank you for all. You have a blessed day.
Thanks, guys. 50 subscribers. Help us do it.
Peace.
Deuces.